What's up, everybody? George Steve from the Wagon here. This week we're going to go over some of the things we got in the works. Each thing I'm going to show you we do have a separate video for. Just unfortunately none of them got endings right now. And I know I haven't put something out in a couple weeks, and I'm trying to get something out there so I don't lose y'all. So you know that we're serious business. Thorns bus 67 Deluxe that we're going to be doing paint work on here momentarily. We got all of our products. You saw that in the last video I put out. I'm going to show you guys a little step on what I do when I'm setting my materials up. Because I'm very inexperienced when it comes to paint, I have to give myself reminders of mix ratios and what products we're using and whatnot. And that just helps me out because, like I said, I'm inexperienced in this. I've only painted 4 completes in my life. So I'm not a painter by trade, I've been forced into it. But we have everything laid out here, ready to rock for this. First step that we're going to be doing is this red single stage. So we're going the Titian red with the beige gray is our color selection here. And this is a spray out. Don't mind the quality and condition of it. But that's my spray out. These are the samples I made for it to match to our paints. So the undercarriage of this bus is going to be going in the Titian single stage. So I'm going to basically use these rockers as my cut line all the way. And the inside of our fenders along here, everything underneath the vehicle is going to be single stage. Everything on the exterior is going to go base coat, clear coat. The reason that I'm doing that on this one is because I like the finish and quality of a base coat, clear coat. It has a little more pop. Now there are beautiful single stages and you'll be seeing that soon. Take a look at that bus over there. That is single stage right there. You do have the capability to get great shine out of single stage, but also the repairability of base coat, clear coat blends are a little more forgiving than they are in single stage. So the exterior that's going to go base coat, clear coat, we're doing single stage for our chassis and single stage for our interior. So that's where we're at on Thorns right now. Another project we got in the works is one of the videos we did. So we already got a Supercharger video where we installed it on bills, but Dunkel and I put this one on, and it's much more detailed, like how-to on installing these. And this is going to be a really cool setup. We got a brand new, when I say brand new, I mean out of a VW box, long block. This is actually a Mexican Beetle 1600 underneath here that we've done a bunch of upgrades to that you're going to see on the video with the compressor house Supercharger on it. So we're really stoked on that. We got the Type E Motorsport front brakes on Jason's double cab here, and we just received from Artigas Transaxles his rebuilt big nut RGB box. And this thing came from Brazil, and they had to do a bunch of mods to it, or repairs, let's say. It's just been running to the ground. Jason also upgraded this to the 344 ring and pinion, give him some freeway speed. Production gearbox, he has all brand new brake componentry, drums, everything like that for it. He's got an old speed bin mount we're going to be putting onto this dude. And he just picked up a reman Auto 6 starter to put on that dude. So we are un-Brazilianing this bus in a major way. And it's going to be a really tight, solid ride when we're done. I'm super stoked about this. I can't wait till you guys get to see it. This has been somewhat of a budget build. On Dunkel's last motor, he's deep into it. He's upward of 14K into his 2332 that's in his 6611 window. But he didn't want to go that deep again, and that's understandable, man. It's a big investment. When you see what we have on this thing, it's loaded with goodies. So this is almost like a budget performance motor, we're going to call this. But it's just sick. Like the fact that we're going to get away with making as much power, because realistically this should be in the 100 horsepower range, as you would get out of a 2-liter on a fraction of the budget, and hopefully with some just stock reliability added to it, minus the 7 pounds of boost we're putting to it. This one, old familiar face here. You guys notice that? Anybody who watched it, this is the Bull Run bus, if you remember that. TV show that was on Speed Channel, I think in like 2009, 10, somewhere in there. Me and my brother did a reality TV show in a VW bus. If you haven't seen it, look it up. The episodes are available on YouTube. All right, this bus was painted by A dear friend of ours who unfortunately passed away, his name is Carlos Baraja. His paint job is 20 plus years old and it's absolutely beautiful. The only reason why we're doing the paint work on it is because my brother put a 21 window roof on it. When this car was painted, matter of fact, I was looking at a photo album of it last night that Carlos had made for my brother. You know, Bill had a junky motor in here, so obviously the motor compartment didn't get painted, so it ended up being Zolatone. So we've been working on this guy right here. I had to help her strip it of the big stuff, and then I've spent the last week just really going inside here and just getting rid of everything and anything and converting rust in areas in the battery tray and whatnot, getting it ready to spray. We got it sprayed in epoxy prime right now. That's what this is you're looking at. It's a high build epoxy prime. I'm gonna go through and do a very quick cut on this. We're not looking for glass mirror finish. I just wanna make it look nice and level and smooth. This is gonna be going the same red that the exterior is. That's where we're at on this. I apologize, there's a lot of background noise. It's hot as heck in Vegas and we go to Swampers Run already. Unfortunately, you guys are gonna have to deal with it until I get my lip out mic in. But putting up with that, this is the apron for my brother's bus. Once again, this part here was Zolatone. This was sprayed. Bill had a Raby motor in that thing in like 2001. And he had an exhaust called an Orange Thorpe exhaust out of Germany, and it did not fit with the factory apron. So this was just ruined. It was pulled back and just jacked up, and the paint burned off of it, everything. So since I was doing that, I figured I'm gonna get this one too. So I made this little roll pan for it here, and I put a curvature this way on it. And the curvature that way is because the exhaust lives in this area here, and they had the apron bent so far for it, I decided to keep that same angle going, but made it a really clean, small little roll pan. I'll insert a picture so you can see what I was dealing with. Time lapses of doing the mud work on it. But this is for that one, and this is going to go in the red single stage as well that we're doing this motor compartment in. And then we're going to be painting the top half of it. So that's going to go in just a base coat, clear coat, black, just get it back to looking the way it did. All right, for my loyal watchers, basic tune-up gone sideways. We got this dude back in here. So, motor and trans are pulled. If you remember that video, just how filthy that thing was underneath, it was horrible. So we got everything already pulled out of here. Ocean got my motor stripped down for me. We're gonna do a good cleaning on this. I still gotta get that tin off of it. We're switching over to a doghouse shroud on this and upgrading the oil cooler on it because that's all the cooling this motor has. Unfortunately, it has this goofiness. It's not really a full float case, so we're at least going to put a doghouse on it to help out with cooling on that aspect of it. So we're going to be painting the tins on this one, possibly just rattle canning them. I'm considering actually breaking out a spray gun for them. I'll have to see how I'm feeling that day on that one. Doing an HP Mex carb. We're upgrading to the Carter pump. Berg linkage, of course, none other than. And this thing, if you remember, was low. Like his wheels are just up there. I knew we were going to run into some issues, a few more problems than that I was not anticipating. So we got Jim's gearbox pulled. We were initially pulling the axle tubes to change out the two-piece boot to a one-piece boot. This is the way to go, guys. These suck. Obviously, these are for repair, but if you're actually going to pull the gearbox out like this one had broken mounts and suspected fulcrum, change it out. Get yourself some piece boots. All right, we ran into an unfortunate problem on this one. It's got several weird things you're going to see in the video that gets a little bit deeper into this, but spider gear, or I'm sorry, the side gear. This is a 15 tooth. They're apparently impossible to find. Ortiga's transaxle doesn't have any. Hanson transaxle locally doesn't have any. I haven't tried contacting Bill Shapley, but I can't source these. I went on Weta looking for them. I can't find another one, and his is roached on the interior where the fulcrum made it. So we're gonna have to actually drop the diff out of this, change out the spider gears to a 17 tooth, and get that going. So that was a little unfortunate, unforeseen item we're dealing with, but that's in the works now too. Just take a look at that sump, guys. Look at that sump, how filthy that thing is, dude. That is a wreck. That's obviously the top part of it. This is the sump plate for the bottom. We're gonna be upgrading that seal to a Ross Wolf Viton gasket. The only way to fly. We also got some Ross Wolf goodies going on this dude. We ordered the top pulley, of course, because it's the best top pulley on the market. Shift coupler, and this guy don't want to run air cleaners, so we got the Ross Wolf velocity stacks. I think that's a real bad idea in the desert. He didn't want to agree with me, but sometimes you got to do what people want. you'll see some weird stuff that we had happening here in this combination. Like transmission guys out there, what's that, dude? Because when I took it to Hanson Transaxle, he had no idea what I was talking about, and they actually had this as some sort of spacer inside that cup. That's the first time I've ever seen it. If anybody knows what this is supposed to do, you let me know. I'd appreciate it in the comments. That's where we're at right now, guys. We have a ton of crap going on here, and I'm a one-legged man in a butt kicking contest, and I'm losing right now. But me and Ocean are slowly chipping away at stuff. We're working on project by project and project, trying to get each one of them knocked out. We have to spread our time out throughout the week. But that's where we are right now. I'm sorry you haven't seen a video in a couple weeks. I'm trying to get these things done, but like I said, we got a Supercharger video. We got this video going. We got that video going. I got all kinds of videos going, nothing completed. So hopefully this is something to tie you guys over for the interim. One crazy weekend's coming up. October 3rd through the 5th, 2024 at the Orleans Hotel and Casino. Be there. We got great room rates. Go to letstalkdubs.com where you can register for the car show and you can book your rooms at a very discounted rate. And I'm telling you, this is a great rate. What we pay for California in one night, you're gonna get your entire weekend at the Orleans Hotel and Casino. So go to letstalkdubs.com, use that code, get your room booked, get your car ready. October's right around the corner. It's gonna be here before we know it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm happy to make it for you. Once we get these videos done, you're gonna see them, they're gonna be coming out. I apologize for the delay, but we'll see you soon.